The Bostonian is Matt Perrault.
This is our city.
The Book is Dave Sharapan.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Together, they are The Bostonian versus The Book.
You covered! You covered 12! I covered!
Follow the show on Twitter at Boston versus The Book.
How do you like them apples?
Bringing you the best insight on sports betting news, Matt and Dave's daily picks, and an entertaining and unfiltered dive into the sports betting industry. Here's Dave Sharapan and Matt Perrault.
And here we go.
What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into we're an afternoon show today. Version of the Bostonian versus The Book. Happy Roll Call Friday. We'll explain why we're on a little bit later than normal live today for you guys on Sports Grid and Sirius XM. No different to you. Same time, same place. Although I guess we're pushed back a little bit later than normal tonight, about an hour later than we normally would have been on the air tonight. It's a little bit of a different time for you guys too. So I guess I should correct myself with that. We are live though on YouTube at Boston versus The Book and on Twitter X at Boston versus The Book. He is Dave Sharapan. I am Matt Perrault. We are with you for the next hour 45 or so today. You'll get us on Sports Grid tonight live. So you're watching us on replay. You've already probably seen us on Sports Grid for 2 hours here tonight. How are you, sir? We had a little proxy business to take care of. That's why we were not able to go at our normally scheduled time here for a Roll Call Friday.
I'm good. It's chaos. It's running. It's everything that you could ever imagine. Football contest season. Signups have started. And it's going to be my favorite thing about today, which we end every single show that we do here, approaching show number 600 of the BVB. We got hats, we got chats, we got all kinds of stuff. We got Roll Call Friday today. We don't do that every day, but that's our special Friday show. And I'm good. It's hot outside. I can tell you that.
It is.
Have you been outside today?
Yeah, but it's 91, 92. I mean, it's kind of like it's May, it's June tomorrow. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, par for the course. We're getting ready for the triple digits. 95 I can deal with. Get 100, 110. Starts to get hot. Starts to get a little bit on the melting of the the car starts to melt a little bit. But if you guys are new to the show, and when we start shows late, sometimes what's Roll Call Friday? If you guys want to hear your handle called out, you got to get into our live chat on YouTube. So if you're watching on Twitter, you can stay there. You can write to us, and we will try our best to communicate. Normally, when you post, it does appear on my screen. So I should be able to get you in if you're on Twitter. But to guarantee it, at Boston versus The Book on Twitter, when we call it out, it's the roll call for the brigade, the BVB brigade. So we say Roll Call Friday. Dave will tell you what to do. You will then enter in where you are. We'll put it on the screen, and we'll call you out here on a Roll Call Friday. Do we have a number today for what you're looking for states today, Dave?
I don't know if it's off the board because of the late start, but I mean, going into today, it was 41.5 because we've been boosting it up every week. We had 5 countries last week in 43 states, which was fantastic. So move the number back. It's like the NBA totals, right? The situation calls for a blowout. It might have to move. I think we'll go probably 36.5 right now for the late afternoon call out because people are arriving in the chat. And I love my wife. She's texting me right now. I love her to death. I love her dearly. I can't. How do I tell her we're doing the show?
But how would she know?
She doesn't read her text ever.
Oh, well, she wouldn't know. We're normally done right now. We're starting when we're normally done. So
yeah.
By the way, this is the Bears Brigade Chicago version of the hat. Okay, this is not a Syracuse orange hat. Please don't confuse that.
Who said that?
CBW is thinking that I'm going ahead and doing.
I mean, that could double for the Syracuse, but that's not.
It's too blue.
No.
Orange is orange. Blue is a secondary color, not a primary color.
Right.
So this is the Chicago Brigade.
Big business. I see you in the chat. I'm a 2XL t-shirt if it's a cotton t-shirt. So get
he's at Bucky's right now.
Get two XLs, 1 XXX, and 2 larges. That's where we're at with the Consig family. Probably.
He's at Bucky's right now. He's shopping.
Yeah,
right
that. Let's go. Yeah. Detroit Tigers hat. That could double as a Detroit Tigers hat on your head. It could.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, I guess we could. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know.
I have the Tigers model hat over here. I have it all navy with white that could double as that.
I think Tigers are white and blue, with the white being not being dominant, not the blue.
What do you mean? Their hats are blue.
I know,
with
but
old
just
English D.
blue and white, not the orange.
Yeah. The orange has to be the secondary.
Yeah. So
Or the
it's too
third
it's too high. If this was a white hat with a blue with a white writing, then fine, I'll give it to you. It's Tigers. But the orange bees, that kills it for me.
Right.
Sorry.
Right.
That's Iran Sean, watch your hat.
What?
He says that's his model.
Who?
For Iran Sean.
Which one? The one I'm wearing?
Yeah.
Really? He likes this one?
That's the Seahawk model. Yeah. If you're a Seahawk fan, that's a Seahawk model.
I guess so, huh?
Definitely.
Navy with that green.
100%.
But they're going back to they're going back to this color, I think. They're using the throwbacks, aren't they?
Well, for one game or two games, not permanently, but yeah. I mean,
I thought they went back to the old one.
No, although I do like their old one a lot. I like that old logo is cool.
That's outstanding. Yeah.
It's cool. I mean, it's going to be fun. All right, let's get into it. What happened last night? Well,
just for schedule purposes, everybody that's here, we're doing this show right now, Pacific time, approximately 1:15 to 3 o'clock.
Correct.
Power nap, quick meal, and coming back on Sports Grid from 5 to 7 Pacific, 8 to 10 Eastern. That's correct, right? We're locked in for that. All right. So I don't know how much bonus time we're going to have today. Very small, if any, under for bonus time. So
whole show
keep it on the rails best we can.
Whole show inside of the window. They
Brother Doug's in the house today.
1 hour, 40-minute window. Is he really?
Holy crap.
Where's Brother Doug? I don't see Brother Doug.
I don't know. I'm trying to keep up with
Brother.
The chat.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, Pittsburgh Lion. Look at that. That
There
look
he
like
is.
me. Look at that. Right.
Yeah, you guys do look similar. That's true.
Yeah.
You guys are similar with that.
Yeah. How about that? Welcome, Brother Doug.
Yes, Nathan. It's free to watch on Sports Grid. Yes, Sports Grid is free.
Yes.
So
we'll have them open the chat too, so you guys can come in the chat.
Sports Grid has a chat. We do have a chat in Sports Grid.
We do.
It's on their YouTube channel. We turn it on.
They only open the chat for in-game live when it's me and P-Roll, which after a little bit of a hiatus, we're coming back in the prime time, me and you, because you've been traveling on the Fridays.
Yeah, so I'm good for every Friday until vacation, until July, until the last Friday, and then I'll be off for 2 weeks, for 2 Fridays on Sports Grid.
Okay.
And then so every Friday in June, we'll be kicking it, having fun,
good.
Rolling through, and then Saturdays too, and then get me and Ranieri for 4 hours on Saturday, which is a marathon for 4 hours.
Yeah, which I'll probably be on that last hour with you.
Thank you.
We'll kind of save your
3
voice.
hours is fine. 4 hours, that fourth hour is just like you start going, whew. Okay.
I got zero sympathy for you because I do it every day.
You do 2 hour shows every day. 4 hour shows.
I do 2 with you, and then I do 2 later.
Oh, well, that's fine.
And 2.5 sometimes.
And then you get to go to sleep, and I'm up doing the juice at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night.
Falling asleep on the juice.
Yep. Only once have I ever done that. The Mavericks destroyed the TWolves 124-103 last night to win the Western Conference. I took the +5. I didn't think it was going to be an absolute rout, and it completely was. Luka scores 20 in the first quarter. He hit my 3 prop in the first quarter. Lit up last night. That was what I call a speed bump game. What the heck happened to the Timberwolves in that game? They were at home.
Start bad, end bad. Nothing good in between. They got run out of the building. That was an old school ass whipping. There's just nothing they could do. That's thank you, Daniel G. I didn't even see that. Me and you were here, brother. We're here.
Mm-hmm.
After spending time together in Chicago, I'm good with that. Daniel G's a good dude. That's good to hear. At any point during that game, did you think Minnesota was going to come back? It was done after the first quarter, was it not?
It was done for the first 5 minutes. Like it was over. Like it was a wrap fast. Like it was like, oh no, it's this version of the T-Wolves. Like bad.
The in-game number didn't flip to Dallas being a favorite until there was 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Wow.
At the end of the first quarter, it was 3.5. And we're talking, me and Renee, I'm like, what do you see that makes you think they're going to come back? Well, the NBA, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Well, he said, how much would you need to even think about Minnesota? I said, right now, I don't want anything to do with it. Will you want to take a shot at the middle? No, I don't. And then it got worse, and it got terrible by halftime. And then I didn't watch 1 second of it other than the celebration.
I watched a lot of it. I watched a lot of it, but because I had both games on simultaneously, but it was brutal. It was brutal to watch. It wasn't fun. It wasn't
brutal if you had Dallas +4, +4.5.
I had Dallas +5. I had a better number. I had the best.
Right,
number.
that's right. We talked about it in the morning. 5.
I had 5, but I still was frustrated by the game. I mean, Luka got the 3-point prop in the first quarter. The game was going to cover +5, so it was like I was just watching Naz Reid doing brick after brick after brick. But watching the effort was a frustration. Like that was not how that game was supposed to be played. That sucked.
What do you mean? Just one team was that much better than the other? Was it?
No, one team wasn't in the game. I mean, Dallas isn't that much better than Minnesota. They just didn't play. Night. Yeah, they just didn't play. They weren't ready. They weren't prepared. You could tell they won one game, and that's all. They just didn't want. Going into that game, I was like, let's see if they actually want to climb the mountain. And we learned in 5 minutes in, they didn't want to. They just wanted to avoid being swept. Just win a game, because a sweep is really bad. 4-1's bad, but it's not nearly as bad as getting swept. It's a gentleman's sweep. They have special names for it. So you just saw it. Like they wanted to go do something else. They're like, let's go. Like I got places to be. I got things to do. We're not going to go and try to win 4 games in a row. That's not going to happen. We know that.
I don't think that. I mean, at that point, you're just trying. When you're down 3 games, though, you're just trying to win the next game. Well, it became apparent that Luka wasn't missing in the first quarter. Literally, he missed 1 shot. Hit all those threes. That was great.
Yep.
And it was done. I mean, the only thing left was the props. In-game props. His scoring prop went up. Kyrie looked good. Mr. Boston, are you concerned? Are you concerned yet about this finals?
I mean, I bet the Mavs last night. I took +1.5 games on the Mavs last night.
+1.5 games?
Yep. So it's not that I'm concerned, but I don't think you can. I don't think you can look at Luka Doncic and not say he's playing the best basketball of anybody on the planet right now. Like he's the best player in the series.
A lot of talking heads this morning have Dallas winning the series and Luka winning the MVP like it's done. I wouldn't go that far.
I'm in love with that. Keep doing that. Like I need more of that.
Like, here he goes.
I need more of that. I do not like the fact that Boston was just everyone was crowning them. It was okay. It's easy. It's going to be. So I love the talking heads. I mean, the helium heads can talk all they want about this team. I'm in love with it. Like keep on singing the praises, keep on jumping up and down and going like, this is where we're going. This is where we're going. So, I'm very interested to see how the series is going to get played. Why? Well, Celtics were number 1 in 3-point shots attempted and 3-point shots made. Dallas was number 2 in attempts and number 3 in makes. The total for the game is 214.5, which is really interesting. When Kristaps Porzingis played for the Boston Celtics, their points per 100 possessions is 2.1 points lower than when he's not on the floor. So this number tells me that Porzingis is playing, and this game is going to be a lot lower scoring than people are going to think.
Be shocked if he don't play.
I mean, he should play, but it'll be 39 days between games. You're asking him to step off the court from a regular season team, from the regular season into the NBA Finals. It's a big ask.
So it's great. The next game 1 is Thursday night, 6 days from now.
Yep.
Let's ask everybody watching the show live. Again,
your wife is right, though. By the way, Jessica is right, by the way.
What's that?
Jessica is right. I thought the same thing. I was just like,
yeah, she's right. Got to do what you got to do sometimes. I didn't want to fight. I just wanted it done. I had been waiting there for an hour and a half.
I'm not mad about it at all.
I wanted to double it.
She and I were going back and forth about this very same thing while you were on Sports Grid last night. So I just laughed.
Yeah, I know. Well, it had to be done.
It's fine. I don't care.
To get home and do the show.
We're all good.
Let's ask everybody in the chat, give them a poll to vote on. Because thank God we're not going to talk about any basketball other than preview and stuff for 5 days. We'll address this again next week. Who wins the series?
You want to do this now?
Right now, I want to ask first impression. We had a night to sleep on it, and everybody's saying a plus 180 dog in the series is the bet, and the best guy on that team is the bet to make in the
I mean, that's fine, but Luka can win the MVP and Boston win the series.
No, he can't.
Okay. Can happen. It can happen.
They never do that.
I think what's going to be very interesting is that Boston's a better team. Luka and Dallas Mavericks have the better individual player. The roster for Boston
is playing as well as anybody, though.
Boston's roster is way deeper. Boston with Porzingis, they're just better man to man. They're better. Period.
What is Porzingis right now?
He's 7'3" unicorn.
He hasn't played a game in over a month.
Right, but he's a 7'3" unicorn. To what he is, they have no one to match up with him. Nobody. So, like, when you put Lively and put a rookie, please do that. Thank you. So, if Porzingis is playing, and I'm going to assume he is going to play, Boston is better at every position except scoring guard. Because I can't wait to watch Derek White on Kyrie. It's time for everyone to acknowledge who the hell Derek White is.
Oh boy.
Derek White is one of the best players in the NBA. He's the best all-around player on the Celtics. He's the most important player on the Celtics. No one wants to talk about Derek White, but this is Derek White's coming out party. This is his time now. If you don't know who Derek White is, this is his time.
Really?
You're gonna learn a lot about Derek White and who the hell that cat is and what he can do on both ends of the floor.
Whoa.
He is a problem for the Dallas Mavericks.
Problem.
Yes, he is a problem because Kyrie doesn't play defense.
Oh,
so you better if you're them, Kyrie better be ready to play defense. He better be ready to play defense because he can score all he wants. That's fine, but he's not going to score 36 a night on Derek White. Not happening. So, and I personally think that both Jalen and Jason are going to be on Luka, and there's going to be a problem. Luka can score over smaller guards all the time. Boston's strength is their length. They are long. They're a long. Who
are they going to put on them, at least to start?
I think both Jalen and Jason will both be on Luka. I think they're going to rotate. I really want to see what's going to happen with the rotation because we learned a little bit in the last series about Boston wanting to switch everything. And that's how Luka was able to really screw up what was happening with the TWolves. They did the same thing. They had him in pick and roll hell. They ran 8 different defenses off pick and roll, and he got killed. I mean, Luka killed him on every single one. So you're going to need, and that's why I actually like this opportunity that Boston has to sit and watch and wait and practice some defenses to handle Luka. Because they get a chance to really execute and really getting a look at it. So I'm excited to watch how defensively Boston handles this and what they do because Boston's not Minnesota, guys. Just like you got to stop this idea of like they haven't played anybody, the teams were hurt, blah, blah, blah. They went 12-2 for a fucking reason.
Whoa!
Okay?
We got an afternoon swear, and it was P-Roll first, not me. Sorry,
can we please just acknowledge that point? Instead of saying, well, they didn't play anybody. Can you acknowledge the fact that they took apart the teams they were supposed to take apart?
Oh, boy.
4-1, 4-1, 4-0.
Yeah.
Like, you guys think this team just fell off of a turnip truck yesterday and was like, oh, my God, I'm in the finals. Wow.
Yep.
Like, they were the best team in basketball all year. They're the best offensive team in basketball. They're one of the best defensive teams in basketball. They're the deepest team in basketball. And, oh, yeah, by the way, they're the favorite in the finals.
Yeah.
Like, I love this. I love this. Just like I love the fact that the guy came in the chat yesterday and was like, oh, Luka's not going to get over 3.5 threes. No way. That ain't happening. He got it in the first damn quarter. I love that talk. Shoot it all down. Go ahead. Do whatever you want to say. The Celtics haven't played anybody. It's blah, 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 blah.
Easiest
nonsense.
road ever.
Great. It's so if they win, in 5. What do you say then? Are they one of the best teams ever? Because the problem with saying that narrative is that Boston takes Dallas and destroys them. You're going to have to call Boston one of the best teams of all time. And I'm not ready to do that. But they will, if they go through and win 3 games in the entire playoff, the entire run, and they win it all.
Lose 3
in the whole run, and they wind up 16-3. Like, what do you say? What do you say now?
It's pretty good.
So, like
Moses Malone back in the day when the Sixers won said, "Fo." They had to win 4-4-4. That was famous.
Yep.
Well, I mean, now you got to win 4 times. You only lose 3.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be
so you have Dallas plus 1.5. It can't be 5. Then that won't work for you.
No, I don't think Boston wins in 5. I think Boston wins in 7.
So we get 6.
No, I think 7. I think Boston wins in 7.
Oh,
because Boston's been in Game 7s. Dallas hasn't. So Boston at home in a Game 7. You play all year for that game at home, TD Garden. Amanda wanted to buy me tickets to Game 1 for Father's Day, and I was like, "No,
go,
no,
you should go."
No, I won't let her do that. I was like, she showed me the prices. I was like, we're not going to Game 1. I was like, Game 7. Hold on a second. I was like, hold on. We get to a Game 7. Come talk to me. I might be on a plane back to Boston to go watch Game 7.
Depending on the date, I'm going with you.
Game 1, not interested. Game 7, interested. Let's talk.
Game 7, anything. You don't have to twist my arm. I go see Game 7 between 2 teams.
I said no. I said no, Daniel G. I said no.
We got things we got to do.
And I mean, this is the problem with my career. Okay, this is going to sound snobbish and stuck up and disgusting.
You already do.
Okay,
don't worry about it.
I've been going to sporting events for 20 plus years.
Long time.
The idea of spending 2 dimes on a basketball game does not appeal to me.
No,
I got other things to do the money with.
Got a lot of things.
I got other things to do the money with. I don't want to go and spend that. I'd rather go on a vacation or go like, it's one game. And she's like, it's the Celtics. They haven't won it since 2008. I'm like, I understand all that. It was 16 years ago. It was a long time ago.
Yep.
But Game 7s are Game 7s. I will spend that for Game 7, but I will not spend that.
Tremendous.
For that. No,
Yep.
I mean, look, Butchie, 6, I'm not going to, I told you, the Bill Walton, if you're looking at the universe, right? Bill Walton was traded to the Boston Celtics in 1986, and the Boston Celtics went and beat a team from Texas in 6 games. Bill Walton passed away during these playoffs. Boston's playing a team from Texas. Boston in 6 is a decent call. It's not a bad call.
Okay.
So just if you want to go ahead and take a look at it, that's a decent play automatic. You want to do it. Nick, I hope you're betting that. I do. I hope you're betting that. Mavs in 6. I hope you're betting that. Okay. I do. I hope you're betting that. Don't just say it. Go put your money where your mouth is. Okay. Don't just come in the chat and put that. Bet that. Because the payout there is pretty good. That's got to be what? The exact Dallas plus 4 games to 2 has got to be what? 4-1, 5-1?
We can look. Somebody look that up
good.
Right now. My buddy TC's in the
Covey.
chat.
Good.
Thank you, Tim Campbell. We're going to get Tim a job producing and being a fact checker because he's anal about this stuff. But he said Moses was predicting a 4-4-4, 4-0-4-0-4-0. The Sixers almost did it. They swept the Knicks 4-1 versus the Bucks and swept the Lakers.
Ooh.
So if the Celtics lose 1 game per series,
right?
That's a place in history.
They won 0. They won 0 in the last series. They lost 0 in the last series.
Right. So,
4-1, 4-1, 4-0, 4-1.
That'd be pretty good.
Yes, that'd be pretty good. Yes.
Pretty good.
Be very, very good.
Yeah.
Derek White, 45-1 MVP Bet Rivers. We'll get to that market in a second. Hold on.
What are you talking about?
I don't think it's I've bet worse things in my career.
I love the fact that the NBA does a finals MVP.
Right. Not playoff MVP. Right.
Where the Conn Smythe is over the whole
playoffs
thing. It's very, different.
Which is more interesting to you? Kyrie versus Boston or Porzingis against Dallas?
It's not even close. It's Kyrie. All the stuff stuff that went on and the stepping on the leprechaun and all that other crap. Like, you can't forget that.
Yeah, Kyrie's the most hated man in New England. They hate him. Like there is not a single person to a person in New England. You ask them about Kyrie Irving and they hate him. I don't hate him, but in New England they hate him, and they have a right to hate him. I mean, stomping on the logo, the Sage incident, the things he said, the lying about the contract, I'm going to sign and then not, and then going to Brooklyn and sucking, and then going to Dallas and regenerating his career.
Think about that Brooklyn experiment. It was Kyrie, it was KD, and it was James Harden.
Should have worked.
And they're all in different places, and it's a complete mess. Kyrie came out of that storm okay. Them other guys, his storm is just incredible.
Yeah, told you. Boston people hate him. He's a dink.
PB's in his glories. Bring him back all the glory days of the Celtics.
He's a dink.
We're going to see all the stories. I'm keeping my towel close, my waving the towel for Bill Walton and ML Card. Used to sit on that bench and wave that white towel all the time.
And Larry too. Wait. Larry did it too.
So yeah, he spun it.
Yeah.
Larry was a spinner. ML and Walt used to wave it like this.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, Larry spun it.
You look at the MVP markets for that's baseball MVP. Sorry, the MVP markets. Tatum against Dallas this year scored 39 and 32. Boston won both games. -120. Tatum is the MVP favorite.
What's the series price?
220.
220.
Yeah.
If Tatum's got to play the defense on Luka, he ain't winning the MVP.
Okay. Interesting.
Why? Scoring will be down.
What if he shuts him down?
They're going to give a NBA Finals MVP for playing good defense. That would be a first.
If he scores 25 points, grabs 10 boards,
well, if he scores 25 and 10, that's good. I'm talking he scores in the teens in points.
Oh, that ain't happening. Tatum will have 20 points a game every game.
Oh.
Yeah. He'll score 20 points a game every game in the series. Yeah. I'll be stunned. I would be stunned if Tatum's not scoring 20 points a game. This is going to be an up-tempo series. Like, Tatum scored, if you just look at Jason Tatum's stats in this series so far, I mean, in the playoffs, per game-wise, go back to the playoffs. The last time, he's failed to score 20 points 2 times so far in the playoffs. 23, 28, 22, 20, 16, 18. So
16 and 18 is twice.
Right, but as I said, 2 times. Game 5 against the Heat in game 1 against the Cavs, and then 25, 33, 33, 25, 36, 23, 36, 26. He's scoring 20 a game against Dallas. He scored 39 and 32 against them already.
Right.
Yeah, I like that.
Is anything going to change between now and Thursday between what you like with the initial number? 6 was the original number. A couple places popped it up at 6, and it immediately got bet to 6.5.
Yeah, I thought it was too high, personally.
You like dog in game 1?
Yeah, I mean, I think Boston wins, but I think every game, I think the series is going to be tremendous. I think Boston's going to be defensively the better team in the fourth quarter. Boston wins tight games due to their defense. Dallas' defense is good. It's just not nearly as good as Boston's. And we saw what Boston can do. They can turn the basketball over. They got 5 guys who all lock in, who want to play defense. That's not what Dallas has.
Wow, we got all these votes coming in so far. It's 56-44 Boston to win the series.
It's going to be tight. That's why I think Boston in 7. I mean, if you want to talk about an official bet or prediction, Boston in 7. But if you take the Mavs at plus 1.5 games, you get all the Mavs outcomes, and you get Boston in 7. Boston 4, 5, and 6, you lose. But I think it's gonna. This is not going to be a
plus
quick
1.5 was what price? Even money?
Well, -114.
Could be worse.
Yeah,
it's not too bad.
No, they're not, Steve. They're not the best team. They have the best player. You're wrong.
Mr. Anderson, get them riled up.
They have the best player. They're not the best team. The best team is the Boston Celtics. The best player is Luka Doncic. So it'll come down to best player versus best team. We'll
Are
see
we
who
splitting the first 2 games as of right now, do you think?
Well, Boston's 6-0 in the playoffs on the road. So if I'm Dallas, I better sure as hell think I better win game 1 or 2. I better win one of them. Otherwise, they're in deep trouble. Because I think Boston could very well go to Dallas and win them both.
Oh.
Yeah. Boston on the road has been a better road team this year than a home team. They play really well on the road. For some dumb reason, both their games in the playoffs they've lost have been at home. They should have lost game 1 at home to the Pacers.
Yeah.
That game was off. It's just what they do. They lose at home. So
it's so funny because it's happening
Steve,
again.
Hold on, wait, stop. I don't mean to be a jerk, but like, hold on a second.
Don't be a jerk.
Do you look at metrics ever? The Boston Celtics run the most efficient offense in the NBA. They have the number 1 most efficient offense. You can't say something this dumb. I'm sorry. This is an absolute like lowering of the chat's entire like. You can't do that. Like, this is dumb. This is a dumb comment, okay? To say that Boston does not run. They're the most efficient offense in the entire NBA. Points per possession, offensive efficiency, every metric. Number 1 3-pointers shot, number 1 3-pointers made. What are we doing? What are you doing? Don't say things that are just ridiculous, okay? Like, stop saying that. That's just that's nonsense. So, like, say Boston's going to lose. Okay, you like Dallas. Great. Don't say something as dumb as that, because that makes no sense. There's no logical argument behind that. It's dead wrong. So, look, Dallas is a very good basketball team, and we're going to have a ton of time watching and admiring Luka Doncic. I'm going to hate Mark Cuban by the end of the series.
We're doing game 2 live Sunday night.
Awesome.
BBB show. Let's
do it. I can't wait. It's going to be so fun.
Leprechaun.
And I think if Boston's going to lose a game, it'll be game 2.
We'll be on live for that. That would actually probably be glorious for a lot
if
of
they
people.
destroy, like, here's the problem. If Boston kills Dallas in game 1, if they win and cover in game 1, definitely Dallas in game 2. I want Boston to win game 1 the same way they won game 1 against Indiana. Like, have it be like a nail biter. You need to make a great play. Someone's got to hit a shot. Like, scare the hell out of Boston. Right. And then watch what happens in game 2, because one of the 2 games will be a double-digit win for Boston. One of the 2.
In the first 2 games of this series?
Yep.
Oh.
They'll win by 10 in one of the 2 games. But they could lose the other one outright.
It's happening again. This is because, it's been a little while since the Boston team was in the championship. But when the Patriots get in the championship, the world felt like it was rooting against them. And it's happening again.
It's great.
Where
we love this. This is what
they're favored. And in the book, you're sitting here and you're watching people just make a case for the other team and make a case for the other team. And then you go, damn it, they got Brady. They're going to win. Like, you just know in the book, you're just like, huh.
But Boston doesn't have Brady. Brady's on the Mavs.
Thank God that Boston
Brady
does not have Brady. I don't want to see Brady.
Yeah, but where's so where's Tatum? For the well, here's the question is, what is Jason? Who is and what is Jason Tatum? Okay, because if Jason Tatum is going to be one of the faces, if not the face of the league, which some people have projected for a long period of time, he's still younger than Michael Jordan, still younger than LeBron James when they won the first championship. He's played in more playoff games in his 20s. He'll wind up going and having one of those careers you look back on and you go, in his 20s, he played in how many playoff games? Because all Boston's done since Jason Tatum's come into the league is been in the Eastern Conference Finals or NBA Finals. It's ridiculous. So I'll be very curious to see what happens if he wins it, what the narrative around Tatum will be. If he loses it, he is 100% the new LeBron James, meaning the media is going to rip him apart until he wins. They're going to say, choke, can't do it, can't get there, can't win, can't do the things he wanted to do. Like all those critiques that came down on LeBron for years and years until he finally won it in Cleveland will come down on Jason Tatum. Worse, because it's Boston versus Cleveland.
I don't know about all that. I'm just trying to figure out who's going to win the series and how many games it's going to take. I don't know.
Yeah, let the public all go in on Dallas. I love this. Let them all. Please give me a better price. If I get,
they're not right now.
If I get 160
Boston right now, but
if I get 150, if I get 160, 150 on Boston, I'm taking the Celtics. I'm just not laying too. Yeah,
It's not dropping below 210.
Okay. I'm just not interested in betting $2 on Boston. I'd rather bet.
Well, that's going to be that minimum.
Yeah, I'm just not interested in doing that. I'm going to see what's going to happen. You know, he's nowhere near LeBron's tier of player, LL. I mean, he doesn't have the hype, but Tatum has that type of ability. I mean, Tatum is not the size of LeBron, but I mean, okay, Stevie, I'm about to throw him out of the chat. You know, trade Jason.
Nobody's
Tatum.
getting thrown out of the chat. Mr. Anderson's a good dude.
So
he just likes Dallas.
He wants Boston to get rid of Tatum.
You don't think they're going to say that in Boston on the media?
He's a super max contract. He's not going anywhere.
They're going to try to run him out of town.
Taking stupid pills. It doesn't matter if they start running him out of town or not. He's a max contract player. He's not going anywhere.
You just said that
they're going to rip him apart. There's no debate that. Yeah, they're going to rip him apart. National media, like Stephen A. Smith types. Boston people will rip on him. Okay, they'll rip on him, but they're not going to get rid of Jason Tatum. Like,
well, they try to get rid of Jalen,
but they give him a max contract. He's a max contract player too. They're both under max contracts.
Your guy.
They're both under max
Brad
contracts.
Stevens was one of the few people that said they could play together. Everyone said they should get rid of him.
And he was right.
That unreasonable of a thing to even ask the question.
And he was right. He was in both Tatum and Brown are max contract players. They're not going anywhere. They're in the NBA Finals again for the second time in 3 years. They're in the NBA Finals. No one's getting rid of anybody. Like,
if they lose, you have to come on with the. You're going to have to wear the Dallas stuff. You're going to have to own it.
Oh, sure, but I just told you I bet Dallas plus 1.5, so that's fine. Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm not saying that it's a shoo-in that Boston wins this series. The best player in this series plays for the Dallas Mavericks. Best offensive player. Luka can have a 50-point night. On any game, Luka could go for 50.
Right.
Like, he's going to be a problem. Okay. Luka's an issue. I'm not that worried about Kyrie. I know Kyrie's got 30-point, 40-point games in him, but I think Boston defensively can handle Kyrie Irving. They've seen him enough. They've played against him enough. They know he's on the team. They know what Kyrie likes to do. I'll be curious about the 3-point shooting for Dallas outside of Luka. Because if Boston's hitting threes, Dallas will need to hit threes to keep up. And if they can't, they're going to be in trouble. So Luka's going to get his. I'll be curious to see where it goes. I'll be curious to see where Luka. I mean, if he's shooting logo threes, I think Boston's going to live with it. If he hits them, he hits them. You know what I mean? Like, you just go, okay, you can have yours. Wow. 4-1. He thinks 4-1 in route. I don't know if I agree with that. I would be in heaven. Tyler, I hope you're right. I hope your numbers are right, that it's an absolute, complete destruction, and it's easy. And I'm kicking my heels up, watching the duck boat parade, having a blast.
All these people in the chat. If you haven't voted yet, the poll's at the top of the chat, but put your, team win and number of games in there. Celtics 4-1, just like that, like Tyler just did.
Yeah, I think it's 4-3.
Joe the Fat Panda says, I think it's 4-1 too.
I hope you guys are right.
4-2 and won't be a snoozer.
I say 4-3 Boston. Like, I think 4-2 is really likely, but I can see 4-3. Boston in 6 for J-Dow. Yep, I can see that. Boston in 6. I can see that. See Boston in 7. Boston in 5. I have a hard time seeing Boston in 5. But I mean, I'll take it. Yeah, I'm with JPC. Boston in 7. 6 or 7 for Boston to win it. And look, if they don't, it's going to be an awesome moment for Luka Doncic's career. It'll be a coming of age for him. It'll be a huge feather in the cap for the Dallas organization to say that Kyrie and Luka could both exist, because that was a big question. As much as Jalen and Jason got talked about, when Kyrie went to Dallas, it was like, what are you doing bringing in Kyrie Irving?
Right. They
got ripped for that. So now they'll have a chance to go and say, hey, look what we're doing. Look what we've done. We've built it. We won a championship with these two guys. 4-0 Boston. Celtics sweep? Oh, no.
Holy crap, football guy 97.
No, I can't see it. There's Isaac.
Well, someone named Isaac Rice. Thank you for being here.
Dallas in 7.
Thank you. Dallas in 7. That's the only guy I've seen.
Just have a hard time Dallas winning game 7 in Boston. I have a hard time seeing them winning game 7 like that. That would surprise me.
J. Dal bets ODU and 4 for Mikey Awesome. Mikey Awesome's over in London.
He is. He's sending me pictures of BVB hats in front of London landmarks.
He
It's
got
wild.
off the plane, and one of the first people he saw, first person he saw, one of the first people he saw in the airport was wearing the soccer team BVB gear, a scarf and a T-shirt. That logo that has been confused with ours a little bit.
BVB. It's the Oh shucks, it's a yellow. It's Steeler colors,
yellow and black,
which is funny. It's Steeler colors, BVB. It's cool.
Yeah,
1906, right? That team started.
I don't remember.
It's early 1900s. That team, because thank you. Yes,
there it is, Jimmy Jack.
Or Russia, Dortmund. Yeah. What are they? In my eyes, who's? It's not even a question. Boston's bench is way deeper. Boston's the deepest team in the NBA. Look who they throw. Look who they run when they have Porzingis. They gotta have KP now. You don't have KP.
What if he don't play?
Well, it's a different series if he doesn't play. I mean, Boston. I thought. Look, I said Boston needed Porzingis to beat the Pacers. They swept them. Okay, so clearly I was wrong about Boston's need for Porzingis.
Right.
Okay, clearly Boston didn't need Porzingis to beat the Pacers, and I thought they did. So, but the rotation is so much different when Porzingis is on the floor. It gives Al Horford. Al Horford's a really nasty weapon off the bench when Porzingis is on the floor.
Yeah.
So, if you have Porzingis, okay, that's the rotation you want. You don't have him, they're still a really good basketball team. They're just not nearly as good on defense, too. There's no rim protection without Porzingis. And Dallas has some big kids, some tall guys who want to get to the rim. The alley-oop that they throw all the time to the Lively kid. Dallas got some young talent. So, he is Dallas favored minus. Is that games, Tyler, or is that points?
No, they're favored by that in Dallas. They'll be 2-point favorites.
Oh, in Dallas.
Yeah.
Oh. You think Boston's favored in Dallas?
Well, it depends how the series goes. I mean, if they win both games, they're going to be small to that. Yeah. 1.5, 2 is right.
Man, if Boston's, if Boston wins both games in Boston, I think Dallas is in real trouble. I think Dallas has to split. So
I think Dallas can win both games at home. It can go back 2-2. Especially if you think it's going 7.
No, they're winning one game in Dallas. They're 6-0. They're winning one game. They're winning a game in Dallas. Just which one?
Okay.
That Boston's going to win. So I think that's how it goes. 5. Boston wins first 1-2, game 1, game 2. They go lose game 3, win game 4, win game 5 at home. Series over. That's how they win it in 5. But I'll be curious to see. Game 1 will tell us a lot. If Porzingis plays and Boston look like the way that they've been playing when KP was healthy, they were the best team in basketball by a ways. You guys remember we were talking back in the wintertime and Boston wasn't losing to anybody? We're talking about the greatest season ever.
Yeah, they were going to win 70 games.
Remember the conversation? They could if he comes back and looks like that, it's a wrap. There's nobody in the league that can beat them if they look like that. Who would I bet to win MVP? I think it's hard, Daniel, because human beings are boring and lazy. So I think that's why Tatum is minus 120. Because if Boston wins, Tatum wins the MVP. I don't agree with it, but that just seems to be the way people are going to vote it. I mean, Jaylen Brown was way better than Jason Tatum in the Eastern Conference Finals, and it was a 5-4 vote. He barely won it. He won it by 1 vote. That other person changes their mind. It's 5-4 for Tatum to win the MVP.
I think it's Brown. If it's not Tatum, you take a shot with Derek White, and they're going to give it to him. If he lights it up, he has to light it out. He has to have 3 exceptional games.
Maybe 4.
Yeah, it's
maybe 4.
The price is that for a reason.
Because human beings, remember, it's human beings voting on the MVP. That's the problem.
Human beings. You drag that out. That wasn't even on 1.5. That's going to sound slow.
It's tough to ask a media member to vote. It's like asking a boxing judge to vote it properly, to score a fight properly. It's just, you can't trust them. Humans just aren't trustworthy. They're not trustworthy, especially when you're betting on them to do something they're supposed to do. So that would be my worry, that it's easy to go Tatum, Boston wins, Jason Tatum.
Right.
Yuck. Don't like it, but that would be the easiest thing to do. Right. Yes. Minus 150.
Oh, wow. Right on that climactic moment of delivering the VIP.
You froze too.
MVP.
You froze too there. We both simultaneously.
I froze because I was paused waiting for you to come back.
No, you were frozen. On my end, you were frozen.
Oh, okay. All right.
So then I froze and you froze. The whole thing froze.
Together.
The whole
Here
thing
we
froze. All right. To hockey we go.
Yep.
Panthers. What a win last night. What a third period. 3-2. 4 straight 1-goal games. 4 of the 5 have gone under. And we head back to Florida.
Yeah.
3-2 Panthers. Can New York win game 6 this weekend?
Right on cue, I get a text from Brooklyn Joe. And Brooklyn Joe's a Ranger guy. I love Brooklyn Joe. He's probably a little sad today. Yes, finally hockey talk. Brother Doug. Boy, those Rangers were close. Just couldn't get that big.
You had the under last night. You were sweating.
The under?
3-1, and they score that goal with 45 seconds left. It's 3-2. You're like, oh no.
Completely unnecessary sweat and
but the open net, I thought the open net on the other side. That's what I thought. I thought it was going to be the open. I was like, oh no, it's going to be 4-2. It's going to be 4-2.
Yeah.
And they didn't get it.
Yeah, the in-game under 4.5.
Yep.
Lost that.
See ya.
Had to sweat the end. That was a hell of a hockey game. Again, it's just one of those. Igor did everything he could do. Proxy, I thought, played great. Physical as could be. Kreider gets the goal for the Rangers on a shorthanded. They did it again. Somehow they get another shorthanded goal. That's 6 shorthanded goals in the playoffs. Unheard of. And they still don't win. Jack was despondent producing the show. The boys back at the sports grid, they were all glued to the game, watching it, because there wasn't really anybody watching the basketball game except people that might have had something. Yeah, I agree. This is the way a lot of people feel right now.
I still hate the Rangers and shit. 1940s. Go Panthers.
Tell them, Brother Doug. It's not applicable, but yeah, I still hate the Rangers. We did chant 1940 for 2 periods.
If you're asking for the email address, it's always on the bottom line, guys. AskTheBVB@gmail.com. It's on the bottom line scroll.
Send them. Send those emails. I love it.
You can email us if you want.
Yeah, we got
Butchie's asking for the email address, so it's saying it's right down below.
There it is. AskTheBVB@gmail.com.
That's the email address for us if you want to go ahead and jump in.
If you want to help sponsor the show, if you're interested in coming on the show, anything you guys, we've had somebody send us a WNBA spreadsheet, all this other stuff. Like, you can send it. I don't know if it'll make the show, but it'll make for conversation. We got little Joey emailing us almost daily with his plays and
Boston guy.
Talk about. He's very excited about the Celtics.
Sure.
Florida, I think it's over in 6.
So no, New York's not winning game 6.
I don't think so.
I like the Panthers going in. I thought Panthers Stars. We'll get to the Oiler game later on in the show.
Right.
But I think it's going to be Panthers Stars for the Cup final, which is going to be awesome. I think we're going to see a really fun 2 really good hockey teams playing each other. Maybe the 2 best hockey teams all year playing each other. Yeah. Playing each other in the Cup finals. For all you guys who have been clamoring about WNBA talk, here's the WNBA portion of the program.
Woo!
Tomorrow you get Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
Sky is favored 3.5 on the road. See Caitlin Clark getting jawed at by a veteran last night.
There's some bad attitudes with some people. It's like, what? Why? What was that?
They hate her. Like they hate her.
Some people do. I don't know. I saw it and I was like,
the players hate her. The players hate her. The players are, even though she gave them charter flights, even though she's given them more money, more eyeballs, more attention, more. It's all because of Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese has something to do with it as well, but not nearly as much as Caitlin Clark. Sorry, Angel Reese fans. And they hate her. The players absolutely are trying to give her the freshman noogie, like lock her in a locker. Like they're just trying to say they're giving her the initiation into the WNBA.
Did you ever do that to anybody?
Never. No, I wasn't that guy. That wasn't my.
Did anybody try to put you in a locker?
No, I wasn't that guy either. Because I would punch you. So
right.
They knew not to touch me on that. Like I was the kid you just don't talk to. Like you just stay away from me. It's better just to let bygones be bygones. Somebody else is going to take it. I wasn't the kid that was going to take it.
I saw somebody get stuffed into a locker, tried to stop and be like, guys, would you stop? What are you doing?
Yeah.
You know,
the veterans are holding their ground, LL. I agree with you on that point. But I think the problem is there's holding your ground and then there's like intentionally trying to show up Caitlin Clark. And that's what's going on right now. Like intentionally trying to show her up, intentionally goading her, intentionally talking to her, intentionally getting after it. Like it's wild to me. Yes, J-Dow, we've got UFC 302 coming up in the stick around. Better to book it. Stick around. Okay. We got that coming up. Okay. Relax.
I asked this question the other day while Jessica and I were out on our anniversary dinner.
Okay.
Screens were up and I was watching, one of the screens had PTI on it. And they had that menu on the left of what they were going to talk about.
L, yeah.
And I said to Jess, should we add that to the show?
No.
And she said, no. The beauty of your show is, and she was particularly talking about me, she goes, they have no idea what you're going to say next. And
Ding.
That's why our watch time is up. We hope you guys enjoy the show, but we know people don't like the NBA. Fast forward the NBA portion of the show. Hang out, say something funny in the chat. It'll get you up on the screen. Like,
yep,
it's an interactive show. So yes, the WNBA portion of the show is now. It's not for everybody.
I mean, the numbers tell you that people are watching, people are paying attention. The handle would tell you that people have been, if not in the future, they have been betting it. But I'm surprised this snuck up on me because I thought this would be the game that everyone would talk about. It would be circled. Everybody would be going, here's Angel Reese against Caitlin Clark now in the WNBA after what happened in the championship game with LSU and Iowa. This was going to be the game. Like, this is Bird Magic. This is it. And it's kind of like, I don't want to say crickets, but it's not like overly being hyped.
A lot of people on vacation this week now.
Fair.
A lot of people in the media. After the NBA finals, before they actually start, a lot of people take off a few days. This is what? It's the first matchup in the pros. Okay.
Yes. As professional athletes. Yes.
Yeah. It's the lines. Looking at the advanced line is 3.5.
Yep.
Chicago's favored.
Road favorites. It's because, the Sky have been decent and the Fever stink. But the best player,
9 a.m. Pacific on Saturday morning.
Noon start Eastern. Yep. St. Louis Ray, I disagree with you saying no one knows who Angel Reese is. That's not true. That's not true at all.
St. Louis Ray.
People know who Angel Reese is. She's got big contracts. She's got big endorsement deals. People know who Angel Reese is. That's not true. Caitlin Clark's got.
She is if they're watching women's basketball.
No, I think most people know who Angel Reese is just as sports fans. she's the one that did the whole finger thing. Like they know who she is. Like they know who Angel Reese is.
I got my buddy Rob watching the show right now. This is great.
Hi.
Mauer. Yeah. What's up, Rob?
See, my wife knows zero about sports and she knows both Clark and Reese.
LL. Okay.
So, they do know, but they definitely know. Yeah, everyone's going to be on the Fever tomorrow. Everyone's going to be on
the points.
Everyone's going to be on Indiana tomorrow. That's home dog. Yeah.
Austin reached out. He's making plans. We're trying to get to Milwaukee and stuff and see him, but he might be in Vegas before that, signing up for the contest. So Austin,
Angel Reese is on a billboard in Chicago. How about that, Pierre? Wow, that's cool. It makes sense.
Angel has one.
Yeah, she's the Chicago guy. She's the Sky's most popular player.
Yeah.
She's the face of the team. So yeah, of course she'd be on the billboard. Makes a lot of sense.
Right.
So, yeah, that's true. I haven't watched much of it, but everyone's telling me that the coach for the Fever is completely lost. Like, doesn't know what they're doing. So, I haven't seen it yet, but I'll flip it on tomorrow. I mean, I'm doing the show with Ranieri, so it'll be show prep before I go on the air at 9 a.m. Pacific time to see what happens. The investment group, projection group, Jefferies, analysts for economic growth, have come out with a new study about the future of Las Vegas, claiming Vegas is, quote, booming, that its revenues are continually beating projections, and that the casinos generated last year $13.5 billion in revenue, that the conferences are now all back to pre-pandemic levels. Golden Knights and the Raiders have added gigantic boosts to leisure spends here in the city.
Yep.
And that we are on track for a Major League Baseball team, which is true.
True.
NBA team, which is somewhat true.
Yep.
And that the growth factor has been pretty impressive from a strip spend perspective. It's really high. Their worry is that it's not sustainable, because as we've talked about, coming to Las Vegas is expensive.
Oh,
and the nickel and diming that goes on here in town. You said it to me, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, but you were like, I haven't seen this since 2007, which was right before the collapse of the economy in 2008. So I hope that's not going to be the case, but we've seen a lot of things going on here in Vegas that people are very high on and excited about the future of the city. And the economic growth is pretty wild. I mean, the high-speed train, this article doesn't even mention the high-speed train that's coming between Rancho Cucamonga and Vegas.
When that happens, I'll believe it. I mean, I know it's
really
happen.
You don't think?
Listen, I've been here 20 years. They've been talking about it.
Yeah, but they have the federal funding now. They got billions of dollars. They got a lot of money sitting there now.
Listen, the guy got found guilty of 34 counts yesterday. Hey, things can change in a heartbeat. Like, who knows what that federal funding is? We got it. We don't. This to that. When they start laying down the tracks,
they're already doing that. They're already laying it down now on that end. They're already doing that. They got it all. They got the path. I just think people are going to get frustrated when they realize it doesn't go to LA. It goes to Rancho Cucamonga.
Yeah, Rancho Cucamonga is nice.
It's 45 minutes from downtown LA.
Well, yeah, but nobody goes to downtown LA.
Okay, but if you want to go to the beach, you want to go somewhere else, it means 2 hours door to door from Rancho Cucamonga to Vegas. It's 2 hours.
On the train?
Yep.
It's like 3.5 to drive.
Yeah, how about that? Yeah, sure. No, it's faster for sure. And there's going to be a booze cart. You know, going to be able to liquor up on the way in or the way out.
Oh,
it's going to be. The problem is the cost of it. It's going to be expensive
to take the train.
Yeah, way more than flight. 3 times as much to take the train than fly.
And longer.
No, shorter.
Talking about flights 45 minutes.
Yeah, but you have to go to the airport. You have to go there an hour to an hour and a half before, check your bag.
You show up 45 minutes before, you don't even pack a bag. You just walk
That's me. Just walk up. Yeah, that's all I do.
So,
but if you're like you go 2 hours before your flight, which is a 45-minute flight. You got to wait to board your flight. You're going to get your board. You get board your flight. Wait on the tarmac, take off, land, deboard, go get like train travel is walk on, walk off. There's no security, nothing to worry about. Like it's quick and easy.
I don't know.
So, but that's the next big piece that, people are going, oh, okay.
It's really interesting. We're going to meet a lot of people for the proxy service.
100%.
And it's great to get their perspective, especially people that have been coming here for years.
Right. What their take is. Right.
And it's never going to be like it was.
No, corporate America won't let that happen.
It's not so like I know it from before all that. I've been here 21 years. I was coming here almost 30 years ago where you didn't have to play that much. I mean, you had a host, you had all this other stuff. And I was playing a lot. Like I was playing a lot of blackjack and a lot of different things. And the host really took care of it. Like getting comps is tough though. It's not like it used to be. And you got to pay to park everywhere you go. You got like fees are all over the place.
Everywhere.
All over the place. So what's happening, and the reason I say this is because it happened when I was downtown at the Nugget working in the book. They started charging for everything. And then there was this big crash, and it got very quiet. And a lot of people left, lost their jobs, all this other stuff. I'm not saying that's going to happen again.
Please no.
But they're taking advantage of a lot of things right now. And people aren't coming back.
Yeah.
I swear Vegas was built on repeat business.
It was. No, it was built on the local, not local, but like the person that was in the generalized 4 to 5 hour drive range that would come back, like the LA partier that woke up on a Friday morning and say, let's go to Vegas for the weekend. Like that's what people used to do. They don't do that much anymore.
Yeah, but like they used to come from Texas.
That too, right?
5 times a year. They used to come from Florida 3 times a year. Now it's once.
You gambled, you ate for free, you drank for free. Like
right.
you went ahead and said, okay, well, I had a $5 buffet and I had my drinks were all taken care of as long as I sit at the table and play 5 or 10 hands of blackjack. That stuff doesn't happen anymore.
Boys and girls. It ain't going to be like that again.
It sucks.
It's just not.
No, it'll never be like that ever again. I mean, I think there's certain companies that want to be different. I mean, like you go to Circa and Derek Stevens is at the bar. Like that's not, you don't see that.
That's different. I mean, they're still doing it different.
That's what I mean. But like, you don't see that at Bellagio. You don't see that at Wynn Encore. Like, you know, you don't see that because you don't even know who's owning those companies anymore. There's no face. You know, there was a Steve Wynn at Encore in Wynn. Like you knew Steve Wynn owned this property. Like he designed it. It was his baby. It was his child to go ahead and raise the Mirage. The Mirage was the first mega resort in Vegas history, designed by Steve Wynn. That's going to become a gigantic guitar. Like they're closing that thing in July. Next month, the Mirage goes bye-bye. I mean, everyone thought they were going to work and stay open during the changeover, and they just went, no, actually, we're not. We're closing it for 2.5 years. We're closing the property.
So you take away the Trop, you take away the Mirage, hotel occupancy rates.
3% down. Yep. Losing 3% of the hotel rooms in Vegas from those two.
So you would think that would increase occupancy rates.
And cost. The cost is going up.
And so, like Austin just said it in the chat, Austin Herdina, our friend from the Midwest, demand is high. Companies can charge for everything. The airport there keeps reporting record numbers for people flying into town.
All facts.
The hotels are reporting
all facts.
Very high occupancy rates.
All
facts.
That's
what happens. That's what the leisure business does, right? They charge more when they know people are coming and will pay.
Yeah.
Well, that
3% of those hotels.
Jeffrey's company says it's going to continue.
Those two. Well, no, Jeffrey's is they're high on Vegas, but their worry is what everyone talks about, the draining of the resources. That Lake Mead, if another drought like
the
water's a concern. And I know you guys don't give a crap about this, but like we get our water from Lake Mead and from the Colorado River. A lot of it gets siphoned off to California to go and fund the farms in Central California.
Yeah. And
there's like old treaties and a lot of conversations that have gone on, and people in Nevada have wanted to say, let's stop doing that. If that happens, that changes the economics of our food because it'll be much more expensive for the folks in California to grow all the produce that goes all over the country.
Right.
So it does impact all of us. So, you know, it's going to be interesting to see what ends up happening. Speaker check time. It's time for the Brigade Proxy Service. Story of the day. One. Sorry. That was bonus time.
That one's noticeably louder.
It is, yes.
It's good. Yeah.
On purpose. We
Council's getting run, by the way. It's 5-3 Reds in the bottom of the ninth, and he's out arguing a call.
Oh, wow. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Look out.
I haven't seen Council get this upset for a while.
Misfire. Sorry. The morning in the show got off to a late start because we saw a friend from Toronto came into town to sign up for a bunch of two different contests. Actually, he signed up for, which you can do as well. thebvbshow.com or go and text us at 702-570-8255 to make an appointment. We made an appointment this morning with someone coming in late July. It's the best way, okay? I know you guys are planning it out, and you may not know exactly when you're going to come in, but like for us, we can meet you. We can get you all taken care of versus texting us at 4:00 in the afternoon. Hey, guys, I'm here. I want to sign up, because we do have lives. So it's much easier to get us all set up here. Text us ahead of time. Coming in, book the time. We'll meet you wherever you guys want us to meet you. Multiple different properties. Circa downtown, awesome. If you're on the Strip and want to get off the Strip, Tuscany or Silverton. If you're in Henderson, the Pass.
Tuscany is on the Strip, 1 block off. That's the central location. If you're on the Strip and don't want to go too far, go to Tuscany.
And especially if you're on the MGM
side.
If you're on that
side of the Strip,
anywhere
down there, it's a quick in and out. Boom. It's much easier.
Much easier. I'm wearing the hat because the Chicago Bears are going to be on Hard Knocks this year. I love it too. It's a great choice.
I said it yesterday. I might actually watch it this year. I didn't watch it last year with the Jets. I know nothing. Didn't do anything for me.
The personalities are going to be interesting. I'll give you that. I mean, you've got the number 1 pick overall in Caleb Williams. You've got Rome Odunze, who's going to be a tremendous weapon for them. You've got a coach who is 100% on the hot seat, has to produce. You have a defense that was maligned last year, and a team in a city that's desperate to win. Desperate to have a successful run, great season. Do you believe in the Hard Knock curse?
Well, I ain't going to win.
Well, they're not winning the playoffs then. I mean, not making the playoffs. But the Lions were
the Lions one was the last one I watched, Daniel G. That was great.
Well, the Lions made the playoffs that year, right? Or did they miss the playoffs that year?
That was, I don't remember specifically, but I know people bet them. I will
Roma Dunes already nursing an injury? Oh, my. Oh, God. Okay, here we go. Yikes. That's not good.
That's bad news.
That's not good for them.
That sucks.
Oh, they missed the playoffs by 1 game. Okay. I don't know if anyone's made the playoffs the same year they've had Hard Knocks around.
So close up that poll we did.
I did. Yep.
Ask the people here, are you going to watch Hard Knocks now that the Bears are in it? Yes or no? Yes.
Hold on 1 second.
What happened? Uh-oh. I hate when he jumps up and does that. You never know in the summer, boys. Thank you for being here a little bit late. Somebody's ringing the doorbell. Oh, can't ring the doorbell at that house. That little dog is Cujo. I mean, we forgot to ask him about Marshmallow. I hope Marshmallow's fine. Cubs just got thrown out at the plate. Tying run. Bad send. Wow. Will you watch Hard Knocks? I would put the poll up, but I can't. So, no watch St. Louis Ray. No. Hell yes, I'm a Bears fan. TJ, good to see you, TJ. Excuse me. I guess he's coming back. I don't know. This wasn't on the plans. This is kind of like sometimes the show goes off the rails and just kind of hang out and talk. This is one of those times right now. Ask me a question in the chat till he comes back. Anything. I am wearing pants. Yes. Who asked that? Thank you for saying God bless you, Eron Sean. Thank you, Big Business. Got me a shirt. I'm the 2XL. The kids can get the 2 larges, an XL, 2 XLs. 1, 2X, 2 XL, 2 larges. Everything okay?
My daughter was banging on the door outside. She wasn't supposed to be here. So, she was having a fit because she was locked out of the house. So she was banging on the door like crazy. Supposed to be here.
We did a little ask me anything. You're concerned about Marshmallow. I forgot to ask you.
We found him 2 doors. I opened 1, 2, found him
in the house.
Yeah, girls are just losing their minds for no reason. They're just being ridiculous. So typical 9-year-olds overreacting for no reason, having a flip out fit for no reason.
That's good. I would have bet that the cat was in the house.
Time for Otani Watch. All right, so Ohtani in the MVP conversation rocking back because of what's going on across with the Acuna injury.
Yep.
I mean, would you get involved in this market? I mean, this is the AL and the NL MVP. Mookie is the odds-on favorite at FanDuel, plus 125. Shohei's plus 470. Harper is plus 850. I mean, by this, it's a 2-horse race at Memorial Day for the NL MVP. And it's wide open in the American League with Soto and Judge. But Mookie and Shohei are teammates, and Soto and Judge are teammates.
Yep.
So isn't it kind of hard to bet any of the 4 for either the AL or the NL MVP already?
Oh, for sure. This is a good conversation. I reached out to a couple people today about some ideas. Some writer friends of mine were asking for ideas and stuff. And I said, have you looked at the NL MVP? I mean, this is a whole story. One, because it's the NL MVP, but 2, the Ohtani angle in the NL thing is interesting. He just won it in the American League, but he pitched. Can a guy who just hits win the National League MVP, P-Roll?
A guy who just hits? Well, I mean, Mookie plays defense, so he played second base. He plays center field.
That's what I mean. Ohtani doesn't play defense. Can he win it?
Great value on Ohtani? I don't know, SoCal. Is it? If he doesn't... See, a DH should never be an MVP. There are people who believe that. I mean, that's why David Ortiz never won an MVP.
This is why you need to write, like if you're debating, and again, say you heard us talking about it on BVB. If you're going to go write a story about it, we'll give you a quote. Call us both. We'll give you comments. I think it's fascinating. I think whereas in years past you didn't really have much of a discussion because I mean, like at this time, not this time last year, but closer to July, Acuna was minus 700 and Ohtani was minus 1,000. You had to lay 7-1, and Ohtani was a 10-1 favorite to win the MVPs. So this is good. I think it's great. But the graphic says Ohtani for MVP again. If you guys are baseball heads and you're watching, would you vote for Ohtani for the MVP right now?
No.
I don't think you can.
No, I can't. Not with the year Betts having. I mean, if Betts cools down, yes. But if a whole year, if Mookie's doing what Mookie's doing at the plate, I think you got to vote it for. That's why Mookie is the favorite. But Soto and Judge are equal. Like the argument it's a harder argument going into the American League. Because Soto and Judge are both the same. They both play in the outfield. They both are hitters. Like,
yeah, they love Soto so far.
Because they have to. Because they need him to re-sign. So the love of Soto is like, you got to make it warm and friendly. You got to make the bed comfortable. So he wants to stick around, even though he's been pretty adamant by saying, I'm going to the open market.
Wow, the chat is pretty adamant. I see a lot of no's. CBW said yes.
No, so good. It's not if Betts cools down. It's when Betts cools down.
Whoa.
Okay. All right.
Whoa, SoCal DJ.
Okay.
How about that?
But I'd be curious. I mean, I think there's going to be an interesting debate here about
the other guys in the National League. Bryce Harper can win it.
I would agree with that. Yes. Bryce Harper can win it. Yep.
And if Ozuna carries the Braves like he's without Acuna, if somehow the Braves come up and finish really close to the Phillies, I don't know. Could a pitcher win it?
12-1 for Ozuna. Harper's 850. Some damn good value. 12-1 and 8.5-1.
There's no pitchers in any of those discussions over there. No.
I'm the American League. I mean, Gunnar Henderson's leading with 18 home runs.
You know who JC from KC's going to say? Bobby Witt Jr. Kyle Tucker. I love Jose Ramirez. He just never gets the credit. He could be the MVP. Yeah. Goodness gracious.
I'd be curious. I think there's some debate here as to we're at the quarter pole. You know, we're at Memorial Day. Let's see where we are at Labor Day. But MVP vote right now, I think it's wide open on both sides.
Have baseball teams played 40 games?
Yeah.
Where are we at? Number of games played. Let me see.
We're past 50, aren't we?
Yeah, about 53, 54, 50. So we're past the quarter pole. 40 games is the quarter pole.
So past it. So we'll see where we are. So I picked the Red Sox to make the wild card, right? Third wild card. Thought it could be fun today to take a look at the American League standings for wild card.
All right.
Baltimore currently leading it, 5 games out behind the Yankees.
Holy crap. Look at that.
Royals are in the second spot.
2 teams from the American League Central?
Well, 3 teams right now are in for the American League Central because it's Cleveland, Royals, Twins.
Well, no, as 2 of the wild cards
are
American League Central teams?
Tigers, Red Sox, Rays, Rangers. All right, so let's take the Orioles and the Royals and say they are better than the Red Sox. There's no debate on that.
Who's better than
Baltimore and Kansas City are better than Boston.
Okay.
Twins and the Tigers. Those are the 2 teams that are now in front of the Boston Red Sox.
All right.
Is Boston better than either one?
I'm really not even comfortable discussing this on the cusp of the NBA Finals. Like, it's bad enough. This is our maiden voyage as the Bostonian versus the book.
It's because the bet got the most attention. When I said Boston the third wild card, everybody wanted to throw up. They're like, what the hell are you talking about? So I'm just pointing it out that after 50 games, you can make a case that Boston's going to be right there with the third wild card in its sights.
The way the pitching is going, I don't think they're going anywhere.
Well, they have a better run differential than the Twins,
right?
Than the Tigers, than the Rays, than the Rangers, than the Blue Jays, than the Astros. They have their run differential is not bad.
Head hurts. And I like them. I enjoy watching them play. Like, I'm just giving you crap, but like it was when we talked about it before the season, I thought the pitching would be the biggest question mark. It's not a question mark. The pitching is the most stable thing they have.
The hitting's been the problem.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like, the starting pitching has been short of exceptional. They've been really good. And that doesn't go away.
Right.
Until it does. So,
guys, Mariners lead the division. The reason why Mariners weren't there is that was the wild card standings.
Oh, yes, that was the wild card.
Mariners are in the playoffs. They lead the division.
Mariners lead the division right now.
So,
and again, I gave you guys the stat last week. I kept it close because if you're in first place on Memorial Day, you're 53% to win a division.
Wow, it's pretty good.
You're 64% to make the playoffs.
Ooh, okay.
So even if you don't win a division, 64% of the time you're in the dance now.
Okay.
And as proven last year, you don't
just
have
get
to
in.
win a division to win it all.
Just get in.
I will not be able. I think I might call in sick if the Red Sox make it to the World Series.
That's not happening. World Series? No. Come on, no.
They just need to get in.
Yeah, but they're a third wild card team. They're not making the World Series. But just being,
for the love of God, I thought we were going to get like a year off of Yankees Red Sox in September. Like, may actually be playing meaningful games again.
Well, Boston needs to make some trades then if it's going to be meaningful because the Yankees are much better than the Red Sox. Got a 10-game lead already.
Yankees are good, man.
They're much better right now. They need, and Garrett Cole's coming back. So like the Yankees are much.
Ranieri yesterday, I was like, do you believe this?
Yeah, they're much better than the Red Sox.
Starter, this guy for the Cy Young goes out, and they're actually better.
Yeah, I don't think we can roll with it here. Two more quick ones, and then roll call Friday, guys. So so we'll get to 2 more topics, and so get ready for roll call Friday coming up here on the other side. White Sox have lost 8 straight, 12 of 13. They're 5-21 this year on the road.
Holy crap!
And yet the Brewers are only minus 174 at home against the White Sox today.
I think the Brewers are a little bit hard to price out in the market. Like, when they should be bigger favorites, they're not. When they should be bigger dogs, they aren't. I think you're seeing a lot of fluctuation on that. There's a big difference in, like, if Peralta starting or not. Like, I don't know. You think this should be higher? This is cheap?
It just seems cheap. White Sox are 5 and 21.
Be 200?
I don't know. They're 5 and 21 on the road. I mean, anything under $2 seems cheap when you're talking about this team. I mean, the Dodgers are 240, 250, 260 every day.
They're the Dodgers.
I mean, just fading the White Sox seems to be the better, like, in reverse, the White Sox are the Dodgers of losing.
You see the Dodgers price today, minus 340.
Yeah.
Home against Colorado. Walker Buehler. I don't know. So the cross league matchups too. Sometimes you can't go too crazy.
Okay.
Wow, Fetty's pitching too for White Sox. That does seem light. I gotta look at the numbers.
I don't understand. I don't. It just seems to be extremely cheap for that team, for how bad they are, for that team not to be 250, 260 favorites is like.
Hold on. This is why you can't get in. I'm not letting you in the risk room. I mean, I'll let you.
It's only it's 180. I mean, I don't know.
And we'll ask. We'll ask, but you can't. We're not gonna let you touch nothing.
Bad.
Come in, but we can't let you
5 and 21 on the road. 5 and 21 on the road. Roll call Friday, boys and girls.
I thought you had one more topic.
That was 2. That was both of them. 1, 2.
All right, so boys and girls, right now, what we do on Fridays, put your 3-digit area code wherever you are watching the show from. Now, we've had check-ins from different countries. Who's this? Call me Jared. 330 Youngstown. Sorry, working during the show. We're not sorry for you. You don't have to be sorry. Thank you for being here, Jared. Happy Roll Call Friday, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. Let's go, Mavs. We're going to get a lot of that over the course of the next week, P. Rolt. You can't be running people out of the chat like Mr. Anderson when they come at you and all that other stuff.
He already apologized.
Doing that.
He already apologized. We're all good. We're all
good. Kiss and makeup. We're fine.
We're all good. Yeah, we're all good.
Everything's good.
We're all good.
All right. So 3-digit area code. It's every week we do this. And it's kind of like a show every time within a show, the Roll Call Friday. So I was out driving around today thinking and all this other stuff. Real quick. All right. It ain't going to be fast. Calm down. All right. At the beginning, if you know, you know. All right. But you got to go way back. Ladies and gentlemen, the most exciting stage show you've ever witnessed. Appearing live, Dougie Fresh and the Get Fresh crew will be replaced by Dave and Matt on the BVB crew. Oh, my God. Excuse me, Dougie Fresh. Yes. Have you ever seen a show with fellas on the mic with 1-minute rhymes that don't come out right? They bite. They never write. That's not polite. Am I lying? No, you're quite right. Well, tonight on this very mic, you're about to hear, we swear, the best darn rappers of the year. So cheerio, yell, scream, bravo. Also, if you didn't know, this is called the show. All right. That's it. That's what we're going to do right now for Roll Call Friday. Thank you, Mikey Awesome. Take it down. Start it right there. Kyle Meyer. You're going to put him up right here on the screen because I'm going to make the screen big and see.
Good. I can. I can do that. I'm going to. Yeah. If it's easy for you, I can do that. Because
that's perfect. Right there. Whatever you just did. Kyle Meyer, 541 Eugene, Oregon. West Coast, best coast for watching sports. Also for watching BVB. We appreciate you all over wherever you are. George Mason, 902 Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, Canada. Go Phillies. We just went from Oregon to the 4 tip of Canada in one thing. JPC to 4, 313. I hear you, sir. Thank you, sir. Detroit representing, as always.
Eminem's song has got everybody pushing it today.
Oh, yeah, we'll discuss that later.
Number one song going on right now.
Dick Tom, 347 Brooklyn, New York. Happy Friday to everyone except Steve. See, this is what the show is. Good job. There's Mr. C, Chris Covey, 843 Kiowa Island, South Carolina, right?
Yep.
This dude's traveling every week. He's going somewhere. Get the kid. I don't know how he does it. Excellent work. Thank you for being here. There's J. Dow Betts, 410 St. Michael's, Maryland. Poirier Makhachev.
Just say Islam.
Islam.
Makhachev.
Over 1.5, minus 160 tomorrow night. Poirier will stay out of trouble for at least 7.5 minutes.
Agreed.
J. Dow, booked his trip. We'll see him for UFC weekend at the end of the month in June. Can't wait to see you. Give you a big hug, brother.
No, 313-303.
George Pavlik, 973, Hillside, New Jersey, 76 and sunny. Let's go, Yankees. Whatever. SoCal DJ 951, Riverside, California, doing a great job with the website, thebvbshow.com. You can go get all the information for not just the show, but also the proxy servers. We got to get that thing indexed, SoCal. I got to send you a text. I just remembered it right now. Sometimes it just comes out. Justin McCullough, the 208, Lewiston, Idaho. We got Idaho. We may go over the number. That's good. Corey Macbeth, thank you, sir. He's here every single week. Feels like every single day from the 402, Omaha, Nebraska. Omaha's becoming very popular. This is good. It's becoming very popular. It's what did I say? It is. LL 480, Chandler, Arizona. Scott Bartholomew. You know where he's at because he's here every week representing 907 Ketchikan, Alaska. One of my favorite things about today, which we'll do after this.
That's the first right there.
Bam! We got Maine.
That's the first. That's our first Maine.
Underscore the Atom. Look at that. Look at that picture. That avatar's got all four pieces of the Boston puzzle in it.
That's cool.
207 Fort Kent, Maine.
Yeah, we're going over now. We got Maine.
My man Vinko. Shake hands with Vinko. Fist bump. He's in a 385 Croatia. It's already tomorrow where he's at. Thank you for being here, Vinko. Hope the train ride last week was good. Joe the Fat Panda, 303, Denver, Colorado. Lawn mowing and enjoying a cold one. Listening, watching the BVB. Thank you, sir, for being here. There's TP. Are you with me? Question mark 206, 71 and sunny. Go Mariners. They are winning the American League West right now. Thank you, sir. Deuce Daily with the dog with the BVB lid every week. It puts a smile on my face. 978 Lowell, Massachusetts. Football Guy 97, 717 Lancaster, PA. 75 degrees. Sunny pool. What? He's in a pool? Pool is 85 degrees. It's a little warm.
Pool's hot.
A little bit. CBW 315 Oswego, New York. Week 1, Ohio State is plus 14 at Syracuse. He's trying so hard to get us to like the Syracuse. Keep trying, CBW. We appreciate the hell out of you. Raymaker Lou 512-412 Pittsburgh, PA. Can't wait to see this guy. Stevie Anderson. You're always welcome here, sir. Even if you like the Mavs. 407 Orlando, Florida. Sweet, 98 degrees. And sticky, wet, and moist.
78 degree humidity. Wow, that's crazy.
Wow.
That's hot.
JC from KC, 216 Cleveland, Ohio, 74 degrees. Thank you for being here, sir. Kevin Whitrock, 319 Iowa City, 79 and sunny. That's nice. 79 is perfect. Addison, one of the wrenches, 812 Indiana. Hug your pets today.
Oh, wow. We got Missouri. We're flying over.
St. Louis Ray.
Flying over
from the Lou, St. Louis. I love it. Thank you for being here, St. Louis Ray. Roger Long, senior member of the brigade, 765 Clinton, Indiana. I hope Roger saw you in that jacket. Did Roger see that?
Yeah. He sent me a whole email. Yeah.
That was tight.
Email, DM. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Look good, Roger. Daniel G, 989, home in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. Shout out Mrs. G for making dinner on my way home from work. Glad Marshmallow's safe. Boy, we're all glad Marshmallow's safe. Have a weekend, boys. Matt, the picks still stink.
8 out of 10 winning days. We're rolling.
Thought about that on a billboard. That'd be pretty good.
Told you.
Work on that.
Good.
We're going to have a fundraising thing for the billboard. Isaac Rice, 215, Philadelphia. Philly, beautiful, sunny, 77 degrees. Man, that beard and that bald head looks great, Isaac. Eron Sean, 703, Centerville, Virginia. Eron, you like this BVB hat? Send a text to the text line, 702-570-TALK. Give me the information. That one can be reproduced pretty quick because I just did it. Tyler White, 702, Bellagio Poker Room.
Hi.
It's DG's. He's probably doing something. Gave Tyler a big hug yesterday. That was great having lunch with him. Santana, 928, Yuma, Arizona. Sunny 101. Have a nice weekend, Brigaders. You do the same, Santana. Thank you, sir. There's Jim Montgomery, 215 Philly Burbs, a beautiful 75 and sunny, no humidity. That's nice. When it's clean, clear, all that stuff, that's good. Like that, Monty. Lena Scrimmage, 705 Aurelia, Ontario, 22 degrees Celsius. Wow, 71 degrees Fahrenheit. Things are warming up a little bit up in Ontario.
What is Captain Crunch City?
Flip Onler, 319 Captain Crunch City. That's somewhere in Iowa.
Yeah, it's Iowa, but
Yeah, that's Iowa. Flip's
Iowa
in
City.
Iowa. I don't know. Flip and Joel. Joel's killing me on the Twitter. I love it. At the back and forth with the Onlers are great. D Weezy, 704 Ishville, 75 degrees and cloudy. He's in North Carolina.
He is.
Yeah, check him off down there. That's good. That green is going to work for your dream hat. I think we're going to work on that. There's Andy Caston. He's back in a 262. That is Wisconsin, by the way.
Wow.
So put that one on the list today.
This
We'll
list
get
is
that Midwest stripe.
this list
covered
is
pretty
this is
good. I like
wild.
that.
This is
Yeah.
pretty neat.
Yeah,
This is gonna
dab
be cool.
that map right there for Andy. There's Southern Star 71, 606, Nancy, Kentucky. Put Kentucky on the list. That's the first one of those. Thank you, Southern Star. Fish Killer 73, representing the 540 Roanoke, Virginia. 77 degrees there. Thank you for doing that because Mikey Awesome is over in London.
Right.
And usually in Virginia.
Right.
So we get the Virginia people hooked up. That's good. There's Jordan Gorov, 1 star, 702 Boulder Creek Golf Course. And thank you. Listen, you can take the show on the road with you while you're golfing, while you're at the pool, while you're at the this is great. One snap Bonvie. Big night for Bonvie with these. Oh, big night for the Oilers.
Stay tuned for that. More on that coming.
509 Windsor, Ontario. Thank you for being here, sir. Francisco Ochoa. Look at that picture on the screen. He got that's a 2-team parlay right there. BVB Lids 760 Escondido, California. Nice and sunny going into this weekend. Excellent. Love it. There's Austin Herdina, 414, sorry. Milwaukee. This is big. Really expanding that Midwest. The Juice, 480, Scottsdale, Arizona. Michael Walker over 3.5 Ks tonight. Not a bad call. Not a bad call at all. Ross Randall, 978. Amesbury, Mass, 75 and sunny. Fired up a rocket ship to catch up to Addison. We know what that means. I like that code right there. Good work. A rocket ship and got a cold one as I soak up the sun. Use the sunscreen.
It's hot there.
BH, this is B-Rad from the 270 Kentucky, driving through the 423 Chattanooga, Tennessee.
The Nougat.
Tyler's here. We had to get the Tennessee check. Thank you, the Juice. Hit the like button. Tried to do the show. Dougie Fresh. I love that song. Big Business, 830 Kennedy, Texas. There's only one N, or did he type that wrong? There's only one N in Kennedy? Who knows? Guess where it is on Friday, where PB is. He's in the 941 Venice, Florida, at a restaurant, at a happy hour, at a beach bar. I want to be PB when I grow up. David Pass, 612. P-Roll, how do you say that? Shakopee?
Shakopee, yeah. Minnesota.
Shakopee, Minnesota. Love it. There's Mikey Awesome. He's over 151, Liverpool, England.
It's awesome.
Care of 757 ODU Brigadeville, Isle of Man, TT motorcycle race tomorrow and all week. LFG go. Hashtag BVB Brigade from Liverpool.
So cool.
There's Stevie Mack. He's still holding it down in PA, 717 Lancaster, PA. I hope I made it in time. Just moved into a house today. Congratulations, Stevie Mack. Put us on the TV there. Sharpie _RW. That was in Colorado. D Stout 19. 507 Pipestone, Minnesota. Rain day here. The boys and I started happy hour early. Welcome, boys. BBB hat for you. Sports Avenger 724 Sharon, Pennsylvania. Love that. There's Pierre in the cut, on in the shop yesterday, on today with Roll Call Friday. 317 Indianapolis, Indiana, 79 and sunny. Love to see it. John Serrett, 724 Greensburg, Pennsylvania. Thank you, sir, for being here. Sonic the Wrench. Again, unbelievable job. Every Friday when you wake up, you follow the show at Boston versus the Book on the Twitter. Even if you don't have Twitter, be like Pierre and get a Twitter just to do it, because the Friday communications back and forth. Did you see Mikey Awesome's thing today?
Oh, the video's great. It's tremendous.
I don't even know what to say.
Tremendous.
Put a huge. I can't wait to watch the whole thing. There's Tim Couliras, 2000, Sydney, Australia. Cooley Ross is here every day. Leaves comments. Thank you, sir, for being here. I started
5 countries.
Australian hat.
That's
5
5 countries.
5 minutes. What else we got? There's
Right.
David, part of the Green Bay crew. David's interacting on the Twitter. David's interacting here in the chat. 920 Green Bay, Wisconsin. I like that. We're going to get back there. There's Flip. That's Flips in Cedar Rapids. Captain Crunch City, Cedar Rapids.
How cool. That's everybody, I believe. If I missed
I
anybody,
think
let
so. I
me know.
caught up to the bottom. Yeah.
If I missed anybody else.
Get this better to book it in before we got to sign off of Sports Grid. If you guys come in and chat again, leave a super chat, and we'll guarantee we'll pop it up there on the screen at the end of the show here. We saw Call Me Jared. Appreciate that. Anything you guys do. We're going to do a live show on a Sunday.
Here are your super chats. Chef Benny, Boston remembers the Kyrie.
Whoa. Chef B's starting to saying it with his chest out a little bit.
Kyrie, look at what give the C's more to remember. Chef answered him back. And then Chef Benny said, if you like Dallas to win the series, better off betting Luka MVP at better odds. He's right. Plus 205.
Yeah.
He's right. If you're going to bet that, you might as well. I like that.
Win it without him not being the MVP, right?
Fair. I would agree.
I think that's the same thing. It's take the better odds, shop it.
Yeah, I think that.
I mean, you can get a Dallas if they lose game one, they're going to be a gigantic plus in a series,
right?
And watch the finals MVP odds fluctuate like hell too.
Right. Time for better. All right, better to book it time. Under 6 stars tonight. It's now back to 5.5. I got 6 last night in this game. It was 5.5 to 6. I bet under. It's back to 5.5. Better to book it under 6 tonight in hockey.
What you said you ain't been good in the hockey lately? Is that what you said before?
Last 2 nights have been great. Actually, I just haven't betted officially on the juice, but
right.
It's my first total in a bit.
Under. Bet it.
4-2 push is potential, though. It's right there on that. Braves under 8.5. Right back to it again. Lopez going for Atlanta. Let
me see. Click refresh. MLB.
He's down to 8 on most books right now.
Who they playing? Atlanta's playing Oakland.
Yes.
Under
JP Sears.
Yes.
JP Sears pitching.
Bet it.
And then
Oakland? Come on.
Over 8.5.
Phillies are playing, let's see, they're staying in the National League. The Phillies are playing St. Louis. Over. No. I'll book this one. I like under first glance.
Really?
Nola pitches really well. You might have to worry about
Nola's
the total going over.
Have you seen Nola's numbers at home?
Not good.
Sucks. 4.6 ERA at home, 1.6 on the road.
Worried about St. Louis's lineup and against him?
Give you 3-4 runs. I'm good. Phillies are going to score 5 or 6. The kid that St. Louis is thrown against is giving up 4 runs basically every start.
Raymaker Lou's been talking about this Phillies team total going over. I mean, I think it's literally 35-6 or something in the last 41.
Don't mind it. Phillies team total. I don't mind it. Those aren't open to me in a lot of markets. Overnight team totals are tough. If there's any question about the starter, any question about the books, just don't put the team totals up till day of.
Right.
But I do like that team total. I like Phillies team total.
I can't believe we're going to reconvene and do this again in 2 hours.
Amen to that. Main event over 1.5 rounds for Poirier and Makhachev. I'm with JL Bets. I like it a lot. I'm shocked.
Yeah, I know.
I want the better price. I don't think Poirier gets taken. Like the idea that Poirier gets taken down and gets submitted that fast is shocking to me. I don't think that happens. I would be
overall
surprised.
This card is
good.
It's good.
Top 2 fights are good. Yeah. The pay-per-view, yeah. It's good.
Okay.
Overall, it's okay, but you have Strickland in the co-main and you've got Poirier.
Poirier is a $7 underdog.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's minus 700.
I would be careful underestimating him. Islam might be the best fighter. Islam might be the best fighter since Habib. Okay, that's the case. But I think it goes over 1.5 rounds.
Is Sean Strickland the guy? Sugar?
Huh? No. Sean Strickland is the former lightweight champion.
Oh.
He wins that fight. I like him too.
Sean Sugar.
Sugar's in O'Malley. Sean Strickland is the guy.
O'Malley.
Strickland's the guy got knocked out. Just lost his belt. Didn't defend.
I'm just glancing at the fights for the first time all week. There's a couple names. This could be a segment. Me just trying to pronounce the names. Holy crap!
Hold on one second. If you guys are with us live on Twitter and YouTube, don't move. For the rest of you on SiriusXM and Sports Grid, thank you for being here. A quick bonus time next.
Just had to get the finger in.
Yeah, just favorite thing about today. And
that's how. That's a lot of times when you hit that stinger, that's when Will and the boys cut the show.
Yeah.
Sports Grid.
Right.
So it's a nice out for them.
Yep.
And I know they appreciate it. That's good.
Mm.
But moving the show again, the replay, if you guys are watching, it's a little bit later tonight. But favorite thing about today for me was, one, I returned the heart monitor to the doctor, and it was seamless, but I'll get the results. Hopefully everything went well. But in the midst of doing that, I was close to downtown, which led me to just go to Circa and hang around and wait for a possible meetup for the contest for the Proxy service. While I was doing so, had some good conversations with some people out and about down there and around. But then I met Louis. Louis from Toronto. He had no idea we had a show. He had no idea about anything that we do, which made it even more fun.
Right.
Because we met. I told him what we would do. He's in. He's all in.
Nice.
Started following everything.
Nice.
And said, I can't thank you enough. Listen, we're going to get the picks in for you. It was an absolute joy to meet someone. He's got 3 boys, a dad just grinding and doing his thing, but said, I got to be involved in this contest. And I met his friends. And so my favorite thing about was just meeting Louis, but also meeting the friends.
Mm.
They've been here for almost 48 hours. When I went to the top row of the seats at Circa,
right,
one guy was passed out, waiting for us to finish the paperwork. The other 2 said, as we met, I said, boys, this is a marathon. You guys are here until Sunday. Like, you got to slow down.
Yeah, right. Pump up the brake.
They're between me and your age. I'm 53, you're 47. They're about in the middle.
Right.
Closer, a couple in the late 40s and one, I think, 50 or 51. You forget how special it is to live here until you meet people from out of town that are here to blow it out and have fun. This is my favorite thing about today. Louis from Toronto, thank you, sir, for signing up. Thank you for picking the Brigade Proxy service. And 100%, he's on. I said, you want to be a star today? You want to take a picture? He's like, when he looked through the socials and stuff, he was like, wow, you guys have a pretty big platform. I said, we'd love to take a picture with you. Will you do it? Let's go. So Louis all in. Welcome to the Brigade, Louis.
That's awesome. Well, absolutely.
That's back in February.
That's really cool. I've got a couple of things. One, we always do this. There is the before and there is our after for where the Brigade is to watch the show. So it's very cool to see the pocket of people in the Midwest all being represented. And then we see obviously the West Coast being represented. That's always really fun to see where everybody is located and what everyone's going to be doing and being a part of it. So thank you for being a part of it. That's really, really cool. To see you guys. Great name. Yes, Lou.
It is a great name, Louis.
It is a great name.
Louis is phenomenal.
That's very cool. We're on tonight. We're doing it all over again. Coming up with Sports Grid. Hopefully you guys will be able to be watching with us to have it. It's right. We're going towards the end of the sports calendar. So this is when I feel like we have to all appreciate the nights like tonight, where we have 2 games on, both in the playoffs, or 1 game in the playoffs and 2 series coming up left, Stanley Cup Finals, NBA Finals. We're getting short on games. We got to appreciate what we got because we're kind of rolling, getting tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. So, favorite thing about today is that we still have sports going on, and we still have big time sports going on, and we have a good weekend coming up with UFC 302. Had a couple of really cool meetings this morning about stuff that may be happening for us. So we'll make announcements coming up in the near future. The show might be going back on the road again. So that's really fun and cool for us to potentially do that. Looking forward to that opportunity to go to a place I didn't think we'd normally go to do BYB, to be honest with you. So it'd be kind of fun to go and do it. Lots of good things still to come. So definitely thank you for being here, guys. One quick news up before we go. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson's fight has been postponed. So that fight is off. Yeah, that was going to happen. Tyson collapsed. He collapsed on a plane last weekend. No commission was going to put Mike Tyson in the ring and watch him die in the ring. No, No, that fight will never happen. That fight was a bad idea to begin with. So
it was a bad idea. I had us lined up for a spot for the fight to watch it. So I just literally was gonna. We had a deal at Circa. We were gonna watch the fight there.
Sorry, nope, that's not possible, unfortunately, because that fight is officially off. We're back coming up tonight on Sports Grid at 8:00 Eastern and on Monday as well. Thank you for being here, everybody. We appreciate it. He is Dave. I am Matt. We are back for Monday's BVB and BVB After Dark in a couple of hours here for Friday.
Go Mavs!